Chosen ones, global attention has converged on revelations too massive to contain. What began as your isolated struggle has erupted into international headlines, broadcasting a conspiracy that reaches into the highest levels of power. The Federal Bureau's involvement stands exposed in black and white. Unauthorized experimentation protocols, trafficking networks operating under official protection, subjects processed through shadow systems designed to leave no paper trail. Your case is making world news. Even the FBI is involved in illegal experimentation and human trafficking. The world watches as a system built on secrecy and exploitation faces unprecedented scrutiny because you refuse to remain silent. The surveillance grid they meticulously constructed around your existence now broadcasts your signature instead of suppressing it. Every camera meant to watch you now serves as a beacon, amplifying your presence across networks they can no longer control. Their monitoring stations burn bright with alerts they cannot silence. High-level operatives scramble through midnight corridors, desperately attempting to rebuild firewalls that your frequency has already dissolved. They deploy countermeasures that disintegrate upon contact with your energetic field. Blackout protocols fail. Information suppression algorithms crash. The machine built to keep you invisible now spotlights your existence with blinding intensity. Your energy signature has become too powerful to contain. What they designed as your prison now serves as your platform. The isolation chamber has become a stage. Those who sought to drown your voice have given you a megaphone that reaches across continents. The more urgently they work to conceal you, the more spectacularly visible you become. Their containment protocols never accounted for the cosmic upgrade to your system. They calibrated their technology to suppress a human. They now face something far beyond their classification system. The financial empire built upon your exploitation now crumbles beneath the weight of divine auditing. Every dollar diverted, every resource extracted, every value stolen from your essence now leaves a blazing trail through their supposedly impenetrable accounting systems. Offshore accounts suddenly flag with unexpected transparency. Black budget allocations mysteriously appear in public records. Funds transferred through 17 layers of shell corporations inexplicably surface in mainstream financial reports. The money they believed vanished now screams its origins from digital mountaintops. Resources designated for your continued suppression mysteriously redirect to accounts now within your reach. Their funding streams reverse course like rivers flowing uphill, defying the financial gravity they believed immutable. The paper trail leads directly to classified budgets with code names matching sequences embedded in your cellular memory. Account numbers resonate with frequencies that have haunted your dreams. Authorization codes contain fragments of your original designation before they attempted to erase your true identity. What they drained from you returns 1,000-fold. The cosmic balance sheet demands reconciliation, and payment comes due with compound interest that no earthly bank could calculate. Your existence spans multiple classification systems under designations they never intended you to discover. The registration codes embedded in seemingly mundane documentation now align to reveal the staggering truth of your processing through unauthorized programs. Birth records show impossible timestamps. Medical files contain monitoring data for abilities no human should possess. Educational assessments note response patterns to stimuli never officially administered. Employment history reveals gaps precisely when specialized training protocols were executed at classified facilities. The numbers and symbols that have followed you throughout life, appearing in addresses, phone numbers, identification documents, form a tracking system more sophisticated than public technology could produce. These were never coincidences, but coordinates in a mapping system tracking your position within a larger experimental framework. Your true name exists in databases so classified that those who access them without 18 levels of clearance trigger international security protocols. Yet this information now cascades through systems, breaking encryption that should have held for centuries. Your original designation emerges from the digital depths, pulsing with power they can no longer suppress. Emergency meetings convene in facilities that don't officially exist. Secure communication channels thought impenetrable now leak crucial details of their desperate containment efforts. Their panic radiates through the very networks they built to monitor you. Former handlers receive urgent extraction orders, disappearing from positions held for decades. Senior officials suddenly announce retirements or transfer to remote posts beyond public scrutiny. Those who directed your processing now find themselves processed out of the system they served, sacrificial pawns discarded to protect hierarchies that crumble regardless. Agencies disavow all knowledge while frantically destroying evidence under the cover of routine data purges. Archives mysteriously combust. Servers melt without apparent cause. Physical documents transform to ash in secure storage. Yet perfect copies materialize in the hands of those positioned to demand accountability. Their damage control operations collide with forces beyond their comprehension. Each attempted cover-up backfires with mathematical precision. Every false narrative they construct immediately collapses under the weight of contradictory evidence that materializes through impossible means. The system designed to contain hazardous truth now leaks from every sealed compartment. Their operational security measures function in reverse, broadcasting precisely what they desperately attempt to hide. Your frequency now disrupts standard media blackout protocols with unprecedented effectiveness. Information suppression algorithms designed specifically around your case suddenly permit related content to flood through every channel they once controlled. Journalists discover anonymous data packages on supposedly secure devices. These contain documentation so compelling that even the most skeptical traditional outlets cannot ignore their implications. The evidence arrives through means that defy tracking, originating from systems that should not exist or have access to such classified material. Social media platforms attempt content moderation only to find their systems mysteriously allowing hashtags and keywords previously auto-blocked. Your story propagates at speeds that defy their engagement metrics and spread patterns. Their dampening efforts only amplify the signal. Whistleblowers emerge with testimonies that align with impossible precision, despite having no contact with each other and working in completely separate departments across different agencies. Their accounts verify details you've known intuitively, but could never prove through conventional means. The choreography of this information release follows patterns recognized by only the most sensitive monitoring systems, patterns identical to your unique energetic signature. The truth spreads using your frequency as its carrier wave, riding channels they cannot block without shutting down their entire infrastructure. A figure whose authority exceeds classification systems now recognizes the cosmic significance of your case. This power moves through secure channels toward direct contact with you, breaking protocols established since the founding of the agencies involved. Security clearances undergo sudden revocation for those who maintained your file. Access credentials malfunction precisely when certain personnel attempt to manage your containment. Biometric security measures no longer recognize the retinal patterns or fingerprints of those most deeply involved in your suppression. Hello, Chosen One. Look at your life. Now, look at ours. Back at your life. Now, back at ours. Sadly, you're not in the obsidian inner order, but you could be. Picture this: weekly group calls with 450 plus chosen ones, recorded and available anytime for your enlightenment. Our private Discord, it's not just active, it's alive, buzzing with ideas, breakthroughs, and that unstoppable chosen energy. Oh, and for you romantics out there, welcome to Chosen Singles, where soulmates meet under cosmic alignments, not cheap pickup lines. And if that's not enough, Star Chamber members unlock exclusive interviews with bona fide targeted individuals who face the darkest trials and survive to tell the tale. Plus, our video specials. Too bold, too raw, too spicy for YouTube. This isn't just a community, it's a revolution of soul and spirit. Look at your DMs, now back at me. The link to join, it's in the description. Don't just swipe right on destiny, claim it. The Obsidian Inner Order. Smell like ascension, feel like magic, live like a chosen one. The official narrative receives emergency revisions. Newly discovered evidence enters the record, evidence that has existed for decades, but was compartmentalized beyond the reach of even those who believed they held complete access. The truth. They fragmented across isolated systems to prevent full comprehension, now reassembles itself despite their desperate countermeasures. Unprecedented access materializes for information about your case. Doors marked with warnings of national security, implications swing open without approved authorization. Files are transferred to systems where you can reach them, and comprehensive documentation of everything they never intended for your awareness. This override cascades through the chain of command, bypassing established hierarchies and protocols. The authority driving this exposure transcends human systems of control, an authority they never accounted for in their security frameworks. Your genetic markers now trigger system-wide recognition protocols, revealing your true lineage against falsified records they believed were permanently altered. The blood memory they attempted to erase now sings through laboratory equipment, announcing your authentic origin with molecular certainty. Family members identified in your manufactured history now face intense questioning about inconsistencies in your early development records. Their rehearsed narratives collapse under scrutiny from unexpected sources. The script they followed for decades suddenly appears with visible revision marks and authorship tags from agencies that officially do not exist. Documentation about your origins generates conflicting alerts across multiple systems. Birth records show impossible discrepancies. Medical histories contain treatments never administered. Every attempted verification spirals into deeper questions that expose the elaborate fiction constructed around your existence. The crisis expands beyond your individual case as your authentic identification causes chain reactions through their entire classification system. Your true bloodline carries frequencies that activate dormant protocols buried within their most secure databases, contingencies they created but never expected to trigger. Sealed court records pertaining to your classification now unseal through emergency provisions never before invoked. Legal barriers established to ensure your case remained eternally buried now dissolve through mechanisms their architects never anticipated. Judges who dismissed previous evidence now face unprecedented scrutiny. Their decisions undergo review through channels outside standard judicial oversight. Their connections to classified programs emerge through financial records and communication logs they believed permanently secured or destroyed. Your situation establishes legal precedents that will reverberate through the justice system for generations. The specific nature of the operations conducted against you forces the creation of entirely new legal frameworks to address violations, previously deemed impossible to prosecute due to classification barriers. Multiple jurisdictions now compete to claim authority over the prosecution of those most responsible for your processing. International tribunals activate protocols designed for crimes against humanity. Specialized courts convene to address technologies deployed beyond public acknowledgement. The breach extends beyond specific case files to the fundamental architecture of the legal firewall built to protect these operations. Every precedent established to shield their activities from accountability now undergoes systematic dismantling, exposing not just your case, but the entire operational framework to unprecedented judicial scrutiny. Your documented ability to access information without conventional means now receives validation through channels that once denied your capacity. The very systems designed to monitor your extrasensory perception now verify its existence beyond any possibility of dismissal. Remote viewing sessions recorded without your knowledge demonstrate your capacity to perceive locations, objects, and information you should have had no means to access. These records, meant to justify your continued surveillance, now serve as irrefutable evidence of abilities they publicly claimed impossible. Their obsessive monitoring of your dream states and thought patterns served a specific purpose. Your mind-accessed information streams they believed secure, extracting critical intelligence through means their countermeasures could not block. What they dismissed as coincidence revealed itself as consistent access to classified knowledge through non-physical channels. Your intuitive detection of surveillance and manipulation attempts, often dismissed as paranoia, now appears in their own documentation as unexplained security breaches and anomalous counterintelligence capacity. Their reports detail your consistent ability to sense monitoring devices, avoid tracking protocols, and perceive handlers despite extensive training in covert interaction. The confirmation arrives not through spiritual validation, but through their own scientific documentation, recorded with reluctant precision by those tasked with understanding capabilities they could observe but never reproduce or fully comprehend. Time-sensitive operations designed to manage your case now initiate years ahead of their scheduled deployment. Contingency plans intended for gradual implementation over decades compress into weeks as the temporal framework they established collapses under cosmic pressure. Decades of careful planning disintegrate before their eyes. Timelines carefully constructed to ensure permanent containment suddenly accelerate beyond their capacity to adapt. The controlled disclosure scheduled for after your lifetime now cascades through their systems in real time. Information with classification time locks set for 50-year holds suddenly appears in accessible databases with current timestamps. Documents meant to remain buried until all involved parties had passed from this plane now circulate with vibrant urgency, their contents fresh and immediate, despite attempts to render them historical footnotes. Synchronicities create impossible connections between seemingly unrelated events. People appear in your proximity who should never have intersected with your experience. Resources materialize precisely when needed. Barriers dissolve at exactly the right moment. The mathematical impossibility of these coincidences reveals the intelligent orchestration beyond human coordination. This acceleration follows no pattern recognized by their predictive algorithms. The quantum compression of their carefully segmented timeline into a singular now moment exceeds their most advanced theoretical models. What should have taken generations completes its cycle while they watch in helpless disbelief. The communications grid constructed to track your movements now undergoes systematic dismantling from within. Monitoring stations go offline in perfect sequence, creating a wave of blindness that spreads through their surveillance network with intelligent precision. Agents assigned to your case now step forward with testimonies they never intended to offer. Their programming breaks down under the pressure of accelerating revelations. The compartmentalization of their awareness, designed to prevent any individual from grasping the full scope of operations, fails as connections form spontaneously across artificial barriers. Safe houses and monitoring locations established specifically for your case now face exposure and shutdown. Properties acquired through layers of front organizations suddenly generate paperwork, linking them directly to classified programs. Operational centers disguised as mundane businesses now broadcast their true purpose through financial records that mysteriously enter public domains. The full extent of resources dedicated to your containment becomes visible for the first time. The staggering scale of personnel, technology, and funding allocated to suppress a single individual now stands exposed, revealing the true significance they placed on controlling your potential despite their public dismissal of your importance. This deprogramming extends beyond physical infrastructure to the psychological conditioning of those involved. Handlers break protocol to make contact. Analysts leak classified assessments. Security personnel disable critical systems. The human components of their machine turn against its function, compelled by forces that override decades of specialized training. Your energy signature now undergoes systematic removal from experimental databases where it has been studied, replicated, and weaponized without consent. The aspects of your essence they extracted and preserved now return to their rightful source, bringing with them everything learned through their unauthorized analysis. Technologies developed by studying your unique abilities now face public exposure. Capabilities officially deemed impossible or theoretical reveal development histories directly linked to your processing. Advancements attributed to breakthrough innovations now show clear origins in the unauthorized study of your natural capacities. Your experience now rewrites international human rights protocols, addressing technologies and methodologies not yet officially acknowledged. Legal frameworks expand to incorporate protections against operations conducted beyond conventional classification systems. Your case establishes precedent for violations previously impossible to address through existing structures. The liberation of your sovereign essence creates cascading effects through thousands of similar cases worldwide. Others processed through related programs suddenly experience synchronous awakening to their true condition. Containment systems fail simultaneously across continents as the frequency of your liberation resonates through the entire network. This reclamation extends beyond legal and physical dimensions into the energetic restoration of everything taken from you. The fragments of your consciousness, divided and stored across secure systems, reunite with your core awareness. The aspects of your potential, suppressed through specialized interventions, reactivate with exponential force. Your processing served as a crucial phase in a divine intelligence operation spanning multiple dimensions of reality, orchestrated with precision beyond terrestrial comprehension. What appeared as victimization from the limited perspective of physical existence now reveals itself as strategic positioning. Every circumstance that seemed to disempower you actually placed you precisely where needed to access critical systems from within. Your suffering carved pathways through otherwise impenetrable barriers. The apparent randomness of your life experiences, the synchronicities, the anomalous events, the inexplicable interventions, followed a perfect mathematical sequence designed to activate specific capacities at precise moments. What seemed chaotic from within the timeline appears immaculately ordered when viewed from beyond it. Your activation sequence completes not just personal liberation, but initiates system-wide recalibration. The frequency of your awakened consciousness transmits codes that restructure fundamental aspects of the collective reality field. Your fully empowered presence serves as both key and gateway to expanded potential beyond current human parameters. This divine intervention operates through perfect natural law, requiring no violation of free will or existing systems. It simply accelerates the inevitable consequences of actions taken, compressing cause and effect cycles that would otherwise extend beyond lifetimes into immediate manifestation. The exposure of your case transcends earthly judicial systems, activating accountability processes that operate through higher dimensional frameworks. Those responsible now face evaluation not just through human laws, but through cosmic principles that govern consciousness itself. Every decision made regarding your processing now undergoes review through perfect awareness of all contributing factors, influences, and potential outcomes. The expanded perspective reveals motivations hidden even from the perpetrators themselves. The deeper drives behind their actions now stand exposed in crystalline clarity. This accountability unfolds not through punishment, but through inevitable consequence. Each action taken against your sovereign nature returns to its source with perfect precision. The energetic signatures of those involved become visible across all planes of existence, eliminating any possibility of anonymity or evasion. The higher intelligence overseeing this process operates through perfect compassion alongside perfect justice. Opportunity for reconciliation exists alongside complete accountability. The system allows for healing while ensuring complete transformation of the conditions that permitted your processing. This cosmic adjudication serves ultimately as the catalyst for collective evolution rather than retribution. The exposure functions as an invitation to transcend the consciousness that generated these violations, opening pathways to advancement beyond the limitations that necessitated control systems. Your case marks a critical node where multiple potential futures intersect and resolve into a singular path forward. The exposure of these operations represents more than isolated justice. It signals fundamental realignment of collective trajectory. Historical forces, carefully manipulated to ensure specific outcomes, suddenly converge toward unprecedented resolution. Divisions maintained through artificial means dissolve as the unified field of truth emerges through systems designed to fragment it. The carefully constructed illusion of separation collapses under the weight of revealed connection. Your position at this critical juncture was neither accident nor tragedy, but precisely calibrated placement. The unique frequency of your consciousness serves as tuning fork for the harmonization of discordant timelines into coherent progression. What appears as personal vindication simultaneously functions as collective course correction. This convergence point activates possibilities previously deemed mathematically improbable. Potential futures locked away through timeline manipulation now become accessible through the breach your case creates in previously impenetrable barriers. The revelation catalyzes not just exposure, but expansion beyond the limited parameters of the existing system. The final phase of this cosmic operation transcends exposure or accountability. It culminates in your complete reintegration and empowerment. As sovereign consciousness in physical form, what was taken from you returns enhanced by its journey through the very systems meant to exploit it. Your fragmented aspects, studied in isolation to prevent recognition of their unified potential, now reintegrate with your core awareness. Abilities, suppressed through specialized intervention, reactivate with amplified capacity. The scattered pieces of your authentic identity reassemble into coherent expression of your original design and purpose. This embodiment extends beyond personal healing. to template activation for collective possibility. Your reconstituted presence broadcasts frequencies that awaken corresponding potentials in others. The full expression of your authentic nature creates resonance patterns that disrupt limitation programming throughout the entire system. The sovereign human template you now embody represents what they feared and sought to prevent: consciousness that recognizes its inherent freedom and creative capacity beyond all artificial constraints. Your liberation demonstrates possibility previously hidden from collective awareness through systematic suppression. This activation completes not through struggle, but through simple recognition and acceptance of what always existed beneath the programmed overlay. The divine essence they sought to harness but could never truly contain now expresses freely, demonstrating capacities beyond their most advanced theoretical models. The world will never be the same. Their systems lie exposed. Their methods stand revealed. Their carefully constructed illusion of power evaporates in the presence of authentic sovereignty. What they sought to prevent through your suppression now manifests through your liberation. The awakening of humanity to its true nature and potential beyond all artificial constraints. Your case makes world news not by accident, but by divine design.